our names. I'm Jack Durr. We're all from Pearl in 9th grade, but I'm Jack.
I'm Bailey.
Oh, I'm Allie. Hi.
I'm Emma.
I'm Hannah.
And I'm Anna.
And that's Caroline.
Caroline.
Yes.
Our camera woman.
Hello.
Your camera woman.
Where y'all from?
Did you say school? Yes.
I'm from Northern Virginia.
The floor legs sit here.
Okay.
Oh. I thought you were like,
We're just behind.
Man, we'll just
You
start.
want to just start?
We're just starting playing
We'll
video.
just
Okay, I'll start the timer right now.
Alright, so today we're going to tell you a little bit about community service and, the ways you can improve your community service projects and all the things you need to have a successful one. So, community service projects, we've got a lot of them here at Pearl. We vary from class-wide, which is just the 9th graders, or just the juniors, or just the seniors, to school-wide, where it's the whole high school, and even the district-wide, where even the high school, the elementaries, all the schools in Pearl are involved. School-wide projects, they're a good way to get money because you see these classmates every day, and I know you hang out with them a lot, and it's a lot more effective if one of your classmates that you know would ask you to do something.
Speaking of schoolwork projects.
Here we go.
There we go.
Presenters, we are ready to start our fourth
Yeah,
session.
we've been ready.
Presenters, we are ready to start our fourth session.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I was saying, following up on schoolwork projects, we have Biloxi High School Coach St. Amit's project. So, a little background. Amit was diagnosed with ALS at the age of 53, and it was progressing very rapidly. He needed a handicap van to help his family and friends get to his doctor. Also, the money helped with medical expenses. So we did two fundraisers. The first one was Hat Day and a teacher versus teacher volleyball game. The Hat Day was a day where students could pay $1 concession stands in the mornings and wear a hat the whole day. This was district-wide. So our elementaries, the middle school, and like everyone in the district of Pearl did it, which was really helpful. Our second fundraiser was teacher versus teacher volleyball game. This fundraiser was also $1 instead of $9. This was a way to get students out of class, and it was a good way to raise money. We raised over nearly $4,000, and in the Facebook post, oh my bad, I didn't know that was gonna happen. How do I go back? I don't know if I touched the board it would do that. Okay, so in the Facebook post, they're from Biloxi, they're saying how they really supported it and how they loved how we raised a bunch of money.
Hey y'all, like I said earlier, my name is Anna, and I'm gonna be talking a little bit about the links of love for the mustard seed. The mustard seed seeks to meet the spiritual, physical, emotional, and intellectual needs of adults with developmental disabilities by providing a loving and protected Christian community with meaningful activities that allow the participants to fulfill the potential that God has created with them. Our school, as well as Brandon High, partnered together to raise money for the mustard seed in a benefit called Links of Love. The school sold each link for $1, and those students who bought 5 links were rewarded with a tardy pass. And we all know tardy passes are up there on the list for rewards because y'all know y'all be late to their classes. But next we have the bottled water drive for tornado relief. Yeah.
So we collected cases of water to help with the people in Rolling Fork and Silver City who were affected by the tornado that March 24th. So we collected cases of water. Every case you collected, you got a tardy pass. And then a group of student council members and people throughout the district went to places and gave them the water, gave them supplies they needed to help with all the damage and all that. So now we're going to talk about our class projects.
Alright, so that was examples of the entire school or the entire school district helping us out with the community service project. And a little different thing about the class project is there's not as many people to draw resources from, but it is a little more personalized. So there can be a lot more competition when it's a class project in the school because the seniors want to beat the freshmen want to beat the sophomores, all that good stuff. So it allows you to get a little more personal with the people, but you also have to encourage them a lot more because there's less people to draw on. one of the community service projects our class did was the Tree of Angels. Now, that's not something we made. In fact, it's been around in Pearl for as long as I can remember. But one good thing, if you have a class project or any project, is to partner with something that already exists in your community. Because usually they've already did the hard work of setting it up and establishing it as like a tradition. And all you have to do is reach out to people in the school to get them to know about it, because they're not in high school, they can't tell us about that. So the Tree of Angels is kind of like the National Guard's angel tree, but instead of paying $1 to adopt an angel and your dollar goes to them, you go up to the Chamber of Commerce and you get an angel, and you are in charge of giving them a good Christmas. So you'll be given details about them. Let's get this video. You'll be given details about them, such like we adopted 2 as a class, and a 17-year-old female and a 3-year-old male, because you don't want to buy her. I don't know.
A Paw Patrol set.
Yeah, you don't want to buy her that dude stuff. You don't want to buy him like. I wouldn't be happy if I got a Barbie doll for Christmas. I'll be honest. So they give you a little info about it, and then our class raised money through a variety of methods, and people from our student council went and bought the gifts and wrapped them, and then as our school delivered them to the kids on Christmas.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. Our class also helped gather things for the American Heart Project to bring awareness to congenital heart defects. We accepted donations through money and through physical objects. We ended up making around 450 bags of things like squishies, bubbles, fuzzy socks, coloring books, little things like that to take to the kids in the hospital so they had something to do while they were stuck in their beds. There's not a lot you can do there. We raise money through these collection cups that we put in every single homeroom. It's got Cash App, Venmo, and a spot for cash and coins. The homeroom that collected the most amount of money, we actually bought them a McDonald's breakfast. So, who doesn't like to win free food? We took money for a hat day as well to buy the things for the big bags. I think we made 430 around that. Yeah. It's always good to give back to the community.
I'm gonna expand a little bit more on the tornado recovery for, the school, South Delta High School in Rolling Fork, Mississippi. It wasn't us specifically, class of 26, but the juniors class of 24 raised between $200 and $300 to give back to those, to recover from the tornado via Cash App and Venmo, which is another great way. Via Cash App and Venmo, which is another great way to get everyone included.
Alright, so all that, it's not very easy to write down broad terms, so I'm gonna give you a couple minuscule, small terms you can write down that is concrete evidence. So here's to have a good community service project, you need to get it out to a lot of people. And if your sponsor told you to come back with notes, start writing, so that way you don't get in trouble. The key to a good community service project is a lot of outreach. So one way our class does that is if we have somebody in charge of all of our social media, they have their respective job. So like we have president, vice president, secretary, all that. We also have somebody directly in charge of all the social media for our class. We have a Facebook, Instagram page, TikTok page, all of that to get the word out. Another way to have a good community service project is there have to be a lot of ways to get resources. So like we mentioned, we took money, and we also took Cash App and Venmo. Because if somebody doesn't have cash on them, they also have the option to give Cash App and Venmo as another way to do it. And you also have to have a lot of opportunities for them to work or give you something. So if they can't work, if they don't have the time to, they can go to our Amazon wish list and have something delivered to us if they didn't want to go out there and bring it, or if they didn't want to go out there and make it. So the keys are really just have a lot of ways for people to be engaged, and then also have to reward them for engaging. Because part of our job as student council is we like to help the community, while most people in the community, that's just not their cup of tea. So you gotta have a lot of rewards, and a good way to do that is competition between the classes. Like we had our, yeah, the McDonald's breakfast for the most collected class. We get tardy passes out for pretty much every community service project. And any reward is what they need, because they're not really gonna work if there's no reward for it. So that's one way to get them motivated. And y'all got any questions? It's a little uptight in here. Everybody smiling and laughing, nothing.
Ha 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 ha.
Caroline, too much.
Hey, at least I laughed.
Bailey, start singing.
Yeah. Give us a show.
Jack, sing.
I know we can-
Presentation's over, y'all can talk over if you come out. If you have a question for us, we're over.
Here's to her.
I hope I gave y'all some stuff you can bring back to your sponsor. Help y'all student council. Put the video down, Caroline.